So now you know how to cake your yarn. You might want to take an experiment in variegating your own yarn. As you can see here in this bowl, I have created a 2-color yarn variegation using the magic knot method of joining the yarn. So I never have to put tails in and I never have to change colors. This is the one I'll be working on today. As you can see, the 10-stitch blanket is coming up in quite an interesting pattern with the variegations. I'm actually swapping the pattern from blues and greens to green and white to white and variegated, and then because I have the most green colors, white and green. So green is the predominant color that will be going through the entire blanket, and the other colors are switching out as we work our way through. Because I've done this ball up to white, I'll be starting on green for the next ball. So you can work out how long you want each stripe of wool to be and then measure that out. Or you can do a slightly random pattern, which is where you count by turns and then just vary the amount of turns you do on the yarn. So I work on a 10, 15, 20, which I vary depending on how many yarns I do, so that each yarn doesn't automatically repeat the same number every time. 1, 2, 3, 4. When you've done your turns, or you've reached your yarn length, you just do a magic knot to join the 2 yarns. So you take your yarn on the spool, it faces away from the spool. Take your new yarn, it faces towards the spool. Take the new yarn under, over the old yarn, over itself, and then you go back and through to create a simple knot, which you tighten. And then keeping the yarns facing the same direction, so old yarn away, new yarn towards, you take the old yarn and you go over. Remember, the new yarn was under, over, over. The old yarn is over, under, under. So then you've got this little thing here. Pull it tight together. Cut the tails off. And you have your join. And then you just do the next amount of counting. Now you've seen the yarn spaghetti coming out, but you've also seen how simple it is to untangle the yarn spaghetti. Because it's already pre-wound correctly, it untangles really easily and you're not left with having to cut out bits of yarn. So another magic knot, new yarn, under, over, over, and through, old yarn, over, under, under, through. Trim the ends. Now this yarn is my transition yarn where I'm going from green through to my variegated yarn. So we go old yarn, under, over, over, and through, old yarn, over, under, under, and through. Now I came up with this method because I'm inherently lazy. I hate swapping yarns, I hate wrapping in tails, or sewing in tails. My friends call me innovative for thinking of these things. Innovative or lazy, either way, this makes your own variegated yarn using long dye strands instead of short dye strands that are pretty much all that's available, particularly in acrylic. So one last time, new yarn, under, over, over, and through, old yarn, over, under, under, and through. Pull tight. Cut off the ends. Now I'm going to continue going until both of these balls are used up to create an approximately 100-gram ball of self-variegated yarn. And here we are on the last little bit. Then you've got your ball of variegated yarn. And here we are on the last little bit Oops.